Did this replace Pirate Ship Corsair?
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
pirate ship replacement.
Okay. It's actually, I guess it does what Pirate Ship would do if Pirate Ship is a card that you would want to play every time you drew it.
Yeah. It's still not I mean, it just does the thing where it can kind of shut down if all they want to do is play golds and silver. Other than that, it's
So
not
what do you?
doing a whole lot.
So what happens here? So there's no buy unless you get the. I guess there's duplicate, and you could fish for Rune Market, but you probably don't want to do that.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
think
and
so.
Groundskeeper says when you. So you can Citadel Groundskeepers now and get double the effect.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you think this is like, mid game? Do you think you like obviously you open Bounty Hunter, but do you think you go into a bunch of duplicates?
If you're gonna do groundskeeper stuff, yeah, you kind of have to. I mean, the other option is just to like, and it's maybe bad enough that you can just go to the point where you can afford province and bounty hunter
No,
it
but you
away.
can.
It probably loses
Oh, well,
to the groundskeeper stuff.
No, because you can duplicate throne rooms, duplicate groundskeepers, and then like duplicate duchies. So
Yeah.
like that has to be better. Wait, they're playing with Corsair? What the hell? Huh?
They both.
But like there's no plus buy. Oh, at the start of your next turn, +1 card.
Does draw a card.
But it does trash your opponent's silver, which I think is. I don't think I only had one cider. I don't think I'm that drunk. Like, huh?
Well, I mean, if you are trying to duplicate groundskeepers, you do have to be able to buy them. Right? I mean, you can't get. I mean, if they do Corsair and you just have a silver, you stop. Right? You won't be able to buy the fives of it. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I think the Corsairs probably make sense. I mean, unless you have. You need a lot of poachers, but.
I guess it's like their duration, so you can play like one every turn. Okay, I can kind of see it.
I mean, if you want to buy a $5 card, I think you probably have to either get money from Corsair, or, I mean, if they're not attacking you, I guess you can have money from whatever. But
that makes sense because if your opponent has 2 Corsairs, then like, like what money do you have? Do you have copper? Do you have something else? Like you could fish on death. Like if someone does choose to fish with death card, it changes the game, but I don't think that's good.
I mean, the thing you can do, it's just hard to find the time to put in the death card, but you can keep the death card around and play it on trails, and you don't have to like feed it per se. That would give you enough to buy whatever.
Yeah.
You would have to, of course, take the time to buy the death card in the trail. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you pulled a Rune Market, I guess, out, you'd be pretty happy. But you could also it could also just be the third one.
Yeah, but it's the third one. Yeah, I just think that if you buy a death card, it's sort of like if the second card is Rune Market, it's great for you. If the third card is Rune Market, it's bad for you. So yeah. I just don't think that's good. So how good is like Trail Seller or Trail Poacher? Is that probably not worth the effort?
I guess it would be fine. It's just they just don't have good ways to get the cards. I mean, if you had a workshop or whatever, it would be, you do some of that stuff. Without the gains, it's just so much work.
Oh, yeah, I guess this board is going to be draw limited. So maybe the Corsairs make sense because it's like it's kind of like a double peddler. You have the actions.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're doing this duplicate thing. Tracer's gotten Citadel already, which looks pretty good. You probably need to like bounty hunter or something random to get the Citadel.
Yeah. If you don't just kind of draw into.
Yeah, maybe with Corsair you can hit it randomly.
I mean, I guess you can run a Corsair also, have some decent shot of hitting it.
Yeah.
Then or later, maybe. Yeah, this isn't. I mean, we do have both the thrones, so the ground. I mean, there's like a huge stack of groundskeepers, basically.
Yeah.
Because of the errata.
Yeah, like so you can theoretically you could get, if your opponent's a goldfish, you could get like 20 bonus VP per like duchy. So that basically
20,
means,
21 even.
wait. How do you get the 21st? Oh, because of Citadel.
Yeah. Actually, that doesn't work because it doesn't let you.
No, it doesn't work because you need to double.
Yeah, you still have to have another. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking of Citadel, but yeah, it doesn't work.
So basically, that just means that like you can't rush provinces. Like that just loses to the groundskeeper thing. The bounty hunter maybe you have some chances, but it's still your opponent needs to execute well, but like provinces still lose.
Yeah, I mean they're not moving very fast. I think part of the issue is that to do the province thing, you ideally use gold, and that doesn't work. Or maybe so the most straightforward, quickest way involves gold, but you can't actually do that here.
So you need to like throne Corsairs and then bounty hunter the province, which you're giving the groundskeeper thing 8 turns, which should be sufficient. Minionpawn is sure 2 dead duplicates. I don't know what's going on. 2 dead duplicates and no Citadel on turn 13. Wow. Something's... I don't think this board's particularly fast, but Tracer seems to have a bunch of groundskeepers.
Yeah.
3 already. Okay, so it looks like Tracer's... I guess Tracer... When did Tracer get the Citadel?
Long time ago
so
now.
Yeah, Tracer's had 5 turns of Citadel where Minionpawn hasn't been able to get it online, so... Looks like Tracer's just going to run away with this one. Like, he's going to be up... Is he taking throne rooms or groundskeepers there? He takes...
3 groundskeepers.
Okay, so he's up 6-0 on groundskeepers, so...
Yeah.
This looks pretty over. Minionpawn hits 7, takes groundskeeper... Takes 2 groundskeepers... So I guess Tracer can bounty hunter like a duplicate to hit 5. I think he did.
He just throws like Corsair.
Okay, so it's 8-2 on groundskeepers. I think this is resignable.
Yeah.
But we'll
the only weird thing is if like I mean there's always a chance someone messes up piling.
Yeah, you definitely, with proper play, this is resignable. It is, in a human sense, it's definitely possible to mess up piles because, like, groundskeeper is weird in that you never actually, like, you want to build up all the groundskeepers first and then take the points later. So there's this tension where you have the potential to get a lot of points, but typically you want to delay actually getting the points.
The real problem is just like Tracer can buy 1 duchy here and he'll never be behind in points again. Probably. I mean, Minionpawn is, I guess, increasing the gains
Yeah,
side
that
of
sounds
it, but
right. Yeah, if Tracer just like takes, like plays 8 or 9 groundskeepers and then takes how many? Like takes like 2 duchies. Does he have? He only has 1 bounty hunter, but just take. Yeah, just maybe take 2 duchies and then go for throne rooms to build up the groundskeepers, and that should be it. Double Corsair, nice. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to. I'm not sure I see the 7 Corsairs, but I see how they're.
yeah, I think
Like,
people probably just went a little crazy on duplicating them or something. I didn't even see them all, but see all the gains. But
that means that Minionpawn has 5 Corsairs, which I don't know. Minionpawn has 3 Corsairs in play.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah, I don't think that was probably the line, but the Tracer
Yeah,
takes
Minionpawn is
1,000,000,000 points.
takes the 3 duchies, and Minionpawn, yes. I think Tracer probably just. Well, Tracer could also just empty duchies, which is totally reasonable.
Minionpawn came here and gets 4. Is that? How many points does he score off? It's 35 points here, so he's still behind. So that
Yeah, and Tracer. Oh, that's actually interesting that Tracer can then take. If Tracer empties piles, then Tracer doesn't win. Yeah, new groundskeeper does score more than once.
that's why
Because-
Minionpawn gets 4 per, but still not enough.
I looked up all the errata and stuff yesterday, so I now at least know like what cards have been changed and what cards haven't been changed and all of that.
This is such a funny pile out because no one can threaten more than a single pile at once.
Yeah.
And like, you have so much say over what actually in.
So if you're a Tracer here, do you go Estates?
Probably.
I guess you kind of have to because
Yeah, there's no.
you don't even.
There's not really a reason
So
not
Tracer
to.
can take 3 estates and has like 8 groundskeepers plus a throne is 9. So that would. Yeah.
Early you bounty hunter. I guess you're like thinking you don't bounty hunter the duchy to have money later, but
Oh, I guess you could bounty hunter the.
might as well at least.
I suppose there is somewhat of an argument of like you bounty hunter the duchy, buy a duchy, and then Minionpawn would need to like take a bunch of estates, and then Tracer could. Then Tracer could take estates also. How does port work nowadays? When you gain this, gain another port that doesn't come with another. So I guess if you wanted to empty ports, you could with the new port. I kind of like the duchy actually. Just keep your deck together. Yeah. And so now Minionpawn can't even buy anything. That's embarrassing. Okay, and so now Tracer just needs to hit 4.
Yeah.
To end. Great opportunity for actually 3 because of Banquet. See this one. Skirmisher, Highwayman, Pursue.
No village.
So no village. Lots of trashing. This actually looks like big money, kind of. Do you play like Highwayman?
I mean,
here?
I guess it's money, kind of. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna play some golds and stuff, but you probably have a decent number of action cards.
Yeah, is skirmisher worth it on a board like this? Yeah.
I think you could probably.
Yeah, I suppose you do probably just have to open. Well, okay, well, Minionpawn does it right and opens Sentry. He gets what's up. Um, but it kind of feels like, you either play. Let's see what it. Oh, Highwayman's an attack, which works with Skirmisher. Yeah, it kind of feels like this is Skirmisher Highwayman to me.
I mean, it works. You're not gonna
Does it
buy. You're not gonna buy Highwayman to activate your skirmisher, probably. I mean, maybe once. You probably buy. You probably
Whoa.
play Highwayman before skirmisher and buying any.
Oh, sorry. I need to read Skirmisher. Yeah, but you could pick up. You could just stack a couple Skirmishers, right? Like it's
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. Skirmisher looks better than gold, like if you get the attack and stuff.
yeah. You would buy skirmisher and just repeatedly buy skirmishers for a little.
Yeah, I thought Skirmisher was on play, not on game.
It's the days of gentler attacks. They all have to be. You have to have
I
you have
it's
to have
so
a little
sad.
you have to have a little hoop to jump through to even make it do the thing.
I was looking at the rankings and I was looking at prosperity, and I'm like, and it said that the third best card in prosperity was Workers Village, and I was like, what the hell? Like, isn't there like Goons and King's Court and like what else is there?
I don't
Like,
know.
oh, and Mountebank.
Prosperity. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
They're dead.
yeah, Goons, King's Court, Mountebank. Yeah,
King's
King's Court's
Court's
still
still
around,
around.
right?
Goons and
And then
Mountebank
Goons
are
is like
dead.
the treasure Goons.
Yeah.
Mountebank's gone. That card that gives you the treasure curses, or the curses just not as bad if they're like coppers?
Yeah. Charlatan. I've played.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played a bunch of games against bot with it. Really played humans with. I don't
Gotcha.
really know it. I mean, they're. It's just. I mean, the curses aren't as bad, I guess, but they're still kind of annoying. I mean, it depends on what
Yeah.
kind of deck, right? If you're trying to hit $4 and $5, then they don't hurt so much. But if it's just about control, then they still suck.
I suppose Mountebank is just way better to two things, whereas that just gives out one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Highwaymen. Oh, I guess they have masks, so maybe they don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's
Maybe-
like weird. You don't. There are a bunch of turns where you don't play the masquerade anyway. But
Yeah, I
Fine,
think the trick
fine.
is you just hit 5 every single turn and never hit 3. And
yeah.
yeah, I don't even think that you really need. You could also play this board without terminals. I think that's with Skirmisher. I don't know. Maybe you.
I would think you play with a Highwayman, just rather than no terminals. But I do wonder a little bit. I do wonder if there was a spot to try the potion, just because the trashing's pretty bad. Even though, I mean,
I was thinking that too. You need to time it really well, because I think if your opponent starts taking provinces and you have a couple familiars, it's really annoying to get rid of the curses when you lose deck control from the provinces.
yeah,
But
yeah.
a little surprised to only see one sentry, but I guess that's the mask thing.
Yeah. I guess the other thing about I didn't really look at the whole board until about halfway through, but I guess greening early is a little better because of salt.
Salt, yeah.
So you don't necessarily have all the time in the world to build everything.
So Tracer can't salt here, but he can pursue Duchy, which is pretty reasonable. Top deck's a gold. buys Duchy. So Minionpawn's in a good amount of trouble here, although Tracer doesn't have, likely doesn't have Province, although Minionpawn doesn't know that. Wait, if Minionpawn buys Province, then Minionpawn goes to 23, and then Tracer just salts. Oof, gross. Minionpawn buys a state. So I think it's really hard for Tracer to lose, right? Can Tracer just salt and win?
I don't know how. I mean, I
salts.
guess he can. I mean, if you can miss, I guess there's a chance that they can Duchy and Province. If you can't miss, if you can't miss salt, then the Tracer doesn't go for it yet.
Oh, what?
I mean, if you have $8 in your 6 cards or whatever, then that's fine too, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of similar.
Like, I still think, even doing nothing, it's just really hard to imagine Tracer losing this. I guess now Tracer just buys Province, and
Yeah.
I think that actually this might be better because Tracer is essentially guaranteed a Province on you know, a 11 card hand, so
Yeah.
so Tracer buys Province here. He's up 10 points. Minionpawn would need to go Duchy Province, and I think Tracer is guaranteed to hit, or Tracer just needs to hit 4 at least once. Okay. So Minionpawn goes estate. Tracer here, I guess, just passes. Completely winning.
He can actually offer tie here if he wants to research the Duchy. Because he wins if they tie. But
Yeah.
he wins the match. But
Looks like Tracer
fine
wins.
too. Yeah, they were kind of awful. The last one, I mean, the duplicate one kind of had some stuff.
The duplicate one I thought was interesting. That last one was just money.
Yeah, I mean, the duplicate one was like, you're constrained, but there was still things to do. At least a little bit.
Yeah. I suppose from Minionpawn's perspective, if you fall, like 10 turns behind on whatever the 8 cost. What's the 8 cost event?
Citadel.
Citadel, yeah. Yeah, see, Tracer feels better about it because he hit Citadel on turn 8. Totally fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch closely to see if there was like a a weird bounty hunter that you could do earlier that Minionpawn could have done to get to 8. I don't know. I wasn't watching, so.
Yeah. Me neither. But like sometimes you just have those spots where, you know, you need to hit this very particular, like you need to spike 8 and then your draw just works out, so you spike 7 instead. And then you're constantly like, well, I'll just give myself a 50% chance to hit 8, and then you miss, and then you miss, and then you miss. And
Yeah.
Sometimes it just gets ugly.
Yep. All right. Well,
Cool.
I'm gonna head out. Thanks for commentating it.
Yeah.
This is,
And thanks for watching, everyone.
yeah.